welcome to another race of the JSRL Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series. I am your host, KR Stolfus, and once again we have returned to the dirt tracks. We're here at the famed Williams Grove Speedway. The long straights, the sharp corners, the flipping non-wing cars as they bounce off the outside wall. I tell you folks, it doesn't get much better than that. As we are here wrapping up practice right now, I will be in the booth all by myself this week during the holiday weekend. We got Ryan Kent, who's normally with us. He's out doing who knows what. Brett Strickler, also along with us, is not here today. He's also, you know what, it's the holiday weekend. We do what we can with what we got here, so you guys are stuck listening to me drone on about cars going around in a circle. However, it is, like I said, the JSRL Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series. These guys will be up on the throttle, be getting her done, and be pitching sideways here at Williams Grove. So like I said, we're rounding out practice here. Our current quick time is David Flick with an 18.580, but right behind him is Bo Brunig with an 18.581. So those two are going to be neck and neck, it seems, in qualifying. David Flick, relative newcomer to the Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series, ran some qualifier series, got his self here into the main event. Be looking forward to watching him racing, get him some airtime, and hopefully he can bring home some hardware tonight. David Flick just testing iRacing physics right there, finding out how well that wall works. Now we're looking at Ron Quinzel, but the session has been advanced. We're getting ready to do some qualifying. First car on the track that we're going to see is Jim Vig. We also have Jeffrey Stanton out on the track. We'll watch Jim Vig for now. We are doing solo qualifying. Jim Vig, first one out on the track. The times are going to be coming in fast and quick as we do this. Jeffrey Stanton, current quick time of an 18.700 in the 16 machine. Jim Vig in second place with a 19.402. Of Bo Brunig in second, Dan Holmes in the 83, who's currently being fifth. David Flick is third with an 18.806. Jason Brown with a 19.615. We were giving him a hard time in the qualifiers. Nobody got to watch that though, or listen to it because I deleted it. Ron Quinzel with the 20.621, yet to qualify is William Guess and Dan Smith. Hopefully they will be able to get out on the track and turn in a few laps. But so far your top five looks like Jeffrey Stanton with an 18.7, Tyson Landis in second with an 18.796, Bo Brunig with an 18.803 will be your third place. David Flick with an 18.806, fourth place. The number 5 machine of Jim Vig with a 19.141. Dan Holmes with a 19.425. Jason Brown with a 19.518. And Ron Quinzel, the last car to qualify so far, with a 20.621. We still got 2 minutes left to go. So hopefully we'll get Dan Smith out there and William Guess. Oh man, such an exciting time here as we wait for the session to move on. While we wait, we can do a quick little chit chat. We do have some sponsors to mention. And the first one, our title sponsor, is Spike Chassis. Spike Chassis manufactures championship-winning open-wheel midget and non-wing and wing sprint cars and components. Check out hashtag #WinWithSpike or find them on the web at spikechassis.com. Oh, man. Got just about 1 minute to go left in the qualifying session here. And then we're going to do a heat race and then a short little intermission while we switch over into our main event. So the heat race will determine the qualifying order of the main event, the feature. Our qualifying we just watched helps set the field for the heat race. And it looks like with about 40 seconds to go here, that the track is going to be at 20% for qualifying, carries over into the heat race. So that will be good. Drivers will know what they have with their setups from qualifying, switching over. Maybe add about 10 gallons of fuel to it. Some guys are out there in the 360, I hear. I'm not sure who it is, but I've pulled up a friend of mine here, Jason Brown. Jason Brown, tell us, are you in the 410 or the 360 tonight?
I brought a 360 tonight.
Oh, man, Jason Brown with a 360, a little under horsepowered for as heavy as the track looks right now. What do you think your chances are as you continue on into this heat race?
Slim to none.
All right, well, it looks like they're starting a grid, so maybe you can dump in some nitro and no one will notice.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
All right, good luck to you as the cars start to take to the grid. Once again, your pole sitter will be Jeffrey Stanton, followed by Tyson Landis and Bo Bruning. Those are your top three. Cars slowly sit there idling, looking to just enjoy their time here. Good shot of Jim Vig right there. Tyson Landis in the 14 machine. On his inside, on the pole, is Jeffrey Stanton. So your pole sitter, Jeffrey Stanton, Tyson Landis, that's your front row. Second row, Bo Bruning on the inside. Good shot of Bo Bruning right there. And David Flick will start to the outside of Bo Bruning. Third row inside, Jim Vig in the 17 machine, Advanced Auto Parts. On the outside of him is the 83 machine of Dan Holmes. Dan Holmes has signed up to be our guest interview during a caution here in the feature. So we'll see if we can't get him pulled up. The yellow comes out. Jason Brown in the 12, Nightmare they call him. And then Ron Quinzel, last car on the track in the 46 machine, rounding out the field. So these guys got one more lap around. Lights are out on the pace car. Track info, we are at Williams Grove Speedway. It is a clay oval, just a bit over a half mile. There are 4 turns. There's some elevation. There's a track temp of 103 degrees. And we're in US of A. How about that? All right, pace car's calling off. Jeffrey Stanton gets on it, leads the field to the start finish line. And away we go. Jeffrey up over the cushion, now diving down low. into turn 3 on the opening lap, but way, way sideways, and Bo Bruning closes it right back up. Bo Bruning is not letting Jeffrey Stanton get too far out ahead. Meanwhile, through the rest of the field, David Flick sitting in third, like we said earlier, relative newcomer. Tyson Landis, a solid JSRL driver, sitting there in fourth. Jim Big, fifth. Top 5 for right now. Jeffrey Stanton has just managed to be pipped by Bo Bruning. Now it looks like David Flick is all over Jeffrey Stanton's tail, looking for a way around. Jeffrey Stanton looking to drive it in a little too deep there. David Flick gets down underneath him. Wheel stand, Jeffrey Stanton settles it back down and makes the corner. Jason Brown currently in fourth. What's happened to Jim Big where he is in the pits? Unsure what happened there. Tyson Landis currently in fifth. Good side-by-side fight there coming off the third floor between Jason Brown and Tyson Landis. Jason Brown jumping the cushion. Tyson taking advantage. He gets down underneath and coming out too. Down the backstretch where they go. Jason Brown's not letting it get away. A little bit of contact there. Both of them gather it back up. Dan Holmes looking to capitalize, and these two manage to take each other out. Meanwhile, back up front, Bo Bruning coming around to take the white flag here in this 8-lap heat race. White flag for Bo Bruning. David Flick is not letting him get too far away though. We go on board David Flick, throwing it in here. Bo Bruning, David Flick, and Jeffrey Stanton are going to be your top 3. Fourth place is going to be Tyson Landis. Here comes the checkered flag for Tyson. Nice job. Jason Brown bring home 5th, followed by Dan Holmes in 6th. And Ron Quinzel crosses the finish line. There we go, Ron. So, of the 8 cars, Jim Big, we missed what happened to him, but he was the first one in the pits. Maybe he just felt he needed a quick beverage. Hey, you never know. Could be. Could have been what it was. So we're going to pull Bo Bruning up into here real quick. And we also are going to pull, let's get Mr. Flick. Alright, we have Bo Bruning and Dave Flick in here. Let's start with Bo. Bo, congratulations on your heat race win. Any tricks for everyone else out there that you're not revealing yet?
No, not really. I mean, the biggest thing is laps. You know, I know a lot of these guys over here are really good on the pavement. You got to get your laps in. The more laps you run, the better you're going to be. I think a lot of these guys are really, really good when the track's got a little bit more moisture in it. But as we've seen the last few weeks on the dirt anyway, when the track gets slick, it's just about being smooth. You just got to be smooth with the throttle, smooth with your hands, and hit your marks and keep those tires in the grip. If you can do that, I mean, you can be fast, but these cars are tough. It's tough to do it for 30 laps, that's for sure.
Well, congratulations on your heat race win. That should put you on the pole position for the feature. So it'll be a nice clear field of view for you coming to take the green flag.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, this is a tough track to get around, and especially when it slicks off, and which is kind of what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the groove gets up by the wall, and if that happens, it's you know, you just got to be smooth, and not having to deal with people in front should be a nice advantage. So hopefully we can get it done again tonight.
All right. Well, once again, congratulations. We're gonna move on here to Dave Flick. Dave Flick, relative newcomer to the JSRL series. Hey, Dave, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
welcome to the league, first of all, into the Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series. Congratulations on that, and we're glad to see you out here. Second place finish for you. How's that feel?
Not quite as good as first, but I'll take it, especially with these guys. They're pretty dang good.
Well, you know what? You're going to get another shot at it. A second place finish is going to put you very well in position to fight for that lead the entire time. Any plans or setup changes you need to make to find something, some way around Bo Brunig?
Well, he's extremely tough to get around. Well, he's a tough racer. That's all there is to it. But I'm just going to stiffen my front end up a little bit and see what happens. The slicker the better as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, the slick track and the non-wing car definitely brings out the better drivers. A lot of throttle control and steering inputs needed to get that thing down there straight. So we look forward to seeing that. And once again, congratulations on second place in the heat race. We look forward to seeing you in the feature, man.
Thank you, guys. And thanks to Jason for allowing me to run this thing. It's going to be a blast, I think.
All right, well, stay safe out there and bring it home on all 4 tires, man.
Yep.
All right, so there you go. So once again, your finish in order. Bo Brunig will bring it home first, followed by David Flick, as we heard from both of them. Jeffrey Stanton will be third. Tyson Landis fourth. Jason Brown fifth in the 360s. Not too bad of a finish for him. Dan Holmes was sixth. Ron Quinzel seventh. And Jim Vig was 8th, 5 laps down. So that will do it for this session. We're going to jump out of here and load up our feature. So we will be right back, guys. Enjoy this quick little break.
It's 2017 and Grip TV's got something for you. An iRacing promo code PR-GRIPTV gets you iRacing for 3 months. Plus the Ford GT and the Ford GT3 for only $12? $12? $12, you say? Well, that's how much I spend on my premium. It's 2017.
Cars going to be going to battle at the Big E, house that Earl built, Eldora Speedway. Oh, here we go. This is going to get interesting, KR. Al Smith and Ryan Pace decided to go up top. Alex and Ray went second to the bottom, and there comes Al back down on the bottom.
I'd say that there are some people that are just getting a little too excited. Their thunderfoot's affecting their brake foot, and man, somebody forgot to connect the brain in there.
Forward wide in turn 1 there, KR. You're right, cars everywhere. Randy Hannigan looking strong down on the bottom, side by side into one with Billy Weiss. 2 real-life racers here showing you, man, this is an awesome B-main, KR.
With a quick time of a 16.723.
We've seen Ryan fishing line, cast line. Ray Farlow still committed to that bottom, and he's looking to take the lead here in 3 and 4. Jones sitting there just waiting to capitalize on a mistake by either one of those two. Here they come, coming off turn 4, side by side. It looks like maybe Fred Lampella, the legend, has went up top, and he's going to see if he can get that top coming in, KR.
He has. He's not the only one that's running the high side. Many of them are working their way to that high side.
Earlier today in practice, the track slicked off a little bit.
Tell me about it, TJ. What happened out there, man?
Well, it was a pretty good race by me. I was a little worried after qualifying. Looked like I was definitely lacking some speed. So to find a little bit there in the heat race felt pretty good. Just didn't have anything for Vinny.
We seen KR mentioned, I missed it, but Billy Weiss got into the back of you down the main straightaway there. What was all that about?
Oh, I don't know. He's driving his car and I'm driving mine, but I seem to be in front.
I love it! I love it! And look at some of the names there. We got USAC star and midget, real life USAC and midget star Billy Weiss sitting right there, quick time here in the warm-up session. Oh, Randy Hannigan, another real life racer, man. Randy the Hurricane Hannigan just knocked him off for that top time here in the hot lap session. For a couple pace laps before we go green. There is listen that KR Porky Pig. At any rate, man, two names are missing tonight.
Yeah, they are. Who you
We're
thinking?
missing. I'm thinking Joe Quinn and Vinny Sassoon.
That's exactly who I was thinking. Man, as we do this, our diet.
Jeffrey the Jet Stanton is out of. I know where he's out of, but I'm drawing a blank here.
Did I say that right? It's, you know what? It's the 360s at Eldora, Dan. I just got kicked out of iRacing.
Yeah,
my throughput is very performance orientated.
Oh, my wife let me drink my moonshine out of a cup instead of the jar, so I'm feeling a little sophisticated.
Now, you know what? That's what makes this fun, because neither one of us really should be doing this.
Finally, the most truthful thing you ever said.
Hello and welcome back to the JSRL Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series. Once again, I am Joe, and this is the new JMS Broadcasting Channel. Very glad to be a part of this channel. I appreciate the opportunity that I was invited to come and help them. So here we are. But we got nothing to watch. My bad. There we go. Too many buttons, too many. We all know I'm great at clicking buttons and talking at the same time.
Good thing you ain't chewing gum.
Yeah. That's why I'm in the broadcast booth, not driving these cars. Try and do a tear off sideways through a corner, it never works. But anyways, let's get on with our show. Once again, by Spike Chassis. Spike Chassis manufactures championship winning open wheel, midget, and non-wing wing sprint cars and components. Check out hashtag #WinWithSpike. Find them on the web at www.spikechassis.com. Our next sponsor is Sam Pierce Chevrolet. The best Chevy deals are in the country. Visit sampiercechevrolet.com to check out their inventory. Kenny's Components. Kenny's Components specializes in design, consultation, engineering, production, and custom fabrication to meet your exact specifications and needs. Using advanced composites such as carbon fiber, Kevlar, and fiberglass, Kenny's is dedicated to building high-quality composite products for all types of racing machines. Find them on the web at kennyscomponents.com. And who could ever forget Hoosier Tire Midwest? Hoosier Tire Midwest is the largest Hoosier racing tire distributor in the United States, serving the Midwest through warehouses in Indianapolis and Plymouth, Indiana, and Springfield, Illinois. Check out Hoosier Tire Midwest. Guys, we have got our feature event ready to go. We got 7 cars on the track right now turning laps. There is William Guess in the 19 machine. Tyson Davis in the 14. These guys are looking to get her done. In the feature main event tonight, Tyson there up over the cushion. Brings it down nice and smooth. The 56 machine. bring home some hardware tonight. He looked darn good in the heat race. You get into the feature event here, and the track looks a little more slicked off. That's what he was hoping for. Looks like, oh, Tyson eats it right in front of David. Good thing that was practice, Tyson. That's alright. Get you a new car. It'll help out. Bo got in a little hot right there. Almost stalled it out. And let's keep her going. Tyson back out on track. So Brewing and the 50 machine sponsored by Pepsi there. That corner looked good, didn't stall it out that time. David Flick is our current quick time here in this practice with a 19.344, followed by Jeffrey Stanton with a 19.352.
Hey KR, while we got a few minutes here,
What's up,
did you happen to see all those Keith Coons cars out in Ventura?
I have not yet. What color were they?
Well, I don't really care what color they were. They were fast, and Chris Bell took the win at the Turkey Night Grand Prix out there. And I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that Keith Coons drives Spike Chassis.
Ooh, there you go. I couldn't tell you. I don't, not a big follower of Keith Coons, but I know he puts in a great effort and typically has high quality cars at any show they show up at.
An impressive run, no doubt.
Bo Bruning's fastest lap time is a 19.451. So these guys are all within a tenth. Our slowest lap time is a 19.508 by Tyson Landis. He is only 0.2 of a second off our fastest guy. So these guys are all going to be really close in this race. Inside sources, Jason, are telling me that KKM is Bullet by Spike. getting some final moments here of practice in, letting these guys get the final fine-tune adjustments in. Sort the cars one last time, and then we'll fire them out of a cannon down the front stretch towards the green flag. David Flick picking up the left front there through the middle of the corner. Setting her into turn 3 there. Riding it just a little bit along the cushion. Now pulls her down through the middle. Dan Holmes out on track. Last car to show up for this event. He's made it though. We'll let him in. Working the throttle coming off the floor. Little tricky there through the slick. Tags the right rear into the Armco barrier. Steel barrier, whatever you want to call it. Armco, I think. Isn't that what they call it at Watkins Glen?
Armco, I think you're right.
I can't remember everything I'm supposed to remember. It's too much remembering.
You remember to show up, right? That's a start.
I did show up tonight. Unlike Brett Strickler and Ryan Kent, although it is a holiday season, so we will let them have it off here. And rumor has it, Jason, that the Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series is going to be off on a little hiatus here for a little bit, aren't we?
Okay, you were doing really good for a little bit until you said that.
No, I didn't know. I thought we were off for a while. Maybe we aren't?
No, we're the whole month of December. We're going to be on pavement. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break from dirt. So we come back in January, and I believe we'll be racing at, don't hold me to this, but USA.
All right, well, we'll hold you accountable.
No, don't hold me to it.
Well, fine. No.
If you're interested, you can check out our website, league.jskins.com, or our Facebook page for our complete schedule details.
The Facebook page is under the JSRL Spike Chassis Drivers Sprint Car Series. I forget what it is.
It's www.facebook.com/JSRL SCS.
So there you go. Alright, letting these guys get that practice laps in. Like we said, very important to get those final setups done.
KR, it's time for race time. I'm going to head down to the car.
Alright, Jason, you better get down there. Thank you for joining me in the booth.
Thanks, KR.
Alright, there you have it. They should be starting to take to the grid now, as we have a 30-lap event scheduled for tonight. Cars are sitting there idling. Bo Brunig will be your pole sitter. He won the heat race. Bo Brunig there will be your pole sitter. Followed by Dave Flick in the 56 machine. And the scoring is obviously all messed up, but that's alright. Jeffrey Stanton will be in the 16 machine. We'll be starting third, second row inside. Outside of him is Tyson Landis in the 14 machine. Up next is the 12 machine of Jason Brown. He'll be fourth row inside, or third row inside. 12, we also like to call him Nightmare. Rumor is he's in a 410 this time after not realizing how fast the 360 wasn't going to be for him. Dan Holmes will be starting on the outside of him and then bringing up the rear of the field for this main event 30 lap race tonight will be Jim Vig. Jim Vig got caught up in that incident in the heat race and was unable to finish, so he finished 5 laps down. He completed 3 laps, was running very solidly when 2 cars got together in front of him and he got the short end of the stick. Your pole sitter of Bo Bruning with the pace truck lights out. Has control of the field when the pace truck is gone. We'll be bringing them down the front stretch. Pace truck is in. And Bo Bruning gets on the throttle. And here we go. We're green flag racing. Bo choosing the high side. Jeffrey Stanton slide job.
The yellow flag is out.
Very aggressive slide job. Puts it into the wall there. Misjudged the amount of slick he was about ready to go through. Was able to keep it going. Drove it in a little deep. Gets into Tyson, or Tyson Landis gets into him. Both cars were able to keep going, but as far as how much permanent damage we got, unknown. Tyson's still out there. Jeffrey Stanton's still on track, so these guys not hurting too bad. Your leader still Bo Bruning, able to save that car and maintain the lead. Lights are still on the pace truck here. Should be going out anytime soon. Alright, lights have gone out on the pace truck as we ride on board with Bo Bruning here. Track looks a little hard packed, a little slick for sure. Definitely on corner entry as Jeffrey Stanton found out. Hopefully he won't make that same mistake twice. Pace truck is in. Bo Bruning has the field. They all slowly bunch up. Bo down to the inside looking for some extra bite. Looks like he's going to get it. Tyson Landis riding the cushion. Good exit for Tyson's David Glick to the inside. Slides up. Didn't quite find the grip he was looking for. Bo Bruning. As Jim Vig has just gone flying. Pretty sure that was Jim Vig who just went flying in the background. got the wall and barrel rolled and out of the park he went. So two very unfortunate races for Jim Vig. Track conditions are definitely a little slicker than what people were thinking. Looked like Jim Vig drove it in there and just did not have grip he thought he would be able to find. Jason Brown sitting in fourth, started fifth. Appreciative of Jason Brown up in the booth with me. Dan Holmes, we'll see if we can't get another yellow and get a quick little in-race chit chat with Dan Holmes here under the next yellow. But the lights are out on the pace truck, so these guys are gonna be getting back on the loud pedal here in just a minute. David Flick is definitely not letting Bo Brunig fool him. 2 restarts, Bo has done something different, and David Flick has been right there each time.
Green flag,
Green flag is out. Here we go. Sail it off into turn 1, boys. Let her stick. David Flick right there on Bo. Up against the cushion. Bo opening a little bit of a gap now. Tyson Landon's starting to think about ways to get around David Flick. Jason Brown sitting in fourth as we got one in the wall. Looked like Dan Holmes was in the wall momentarily, straightens it out, keeps it going. Back up front we go, Bo Brunig. The 50 machine starting to stretch out a little bit of lead. Tyson Landis in the wall there and bounces it off again. Wheelies as he tries to get it straight. Puts Jeffrey Stanton in a bit of a bind, but Jeffrey able to control his car and bring it around the corner. Your top 3 are Bo Brunig, David Flick, and Jason Brown. Jeffrey Stanton trying to recover from his first lap faux pas. A little bit of wheel stand there. Car settles nicely, but back up front, David Flick has closed in on Bo Brunig. Bo down on the inside, cuts back up in front of David Flick. David has to collect his car. Both of them managed to get through 3 and 4 all right without incident. Meanwhile, the battle for third has gotten intense. Jeffrey Stanton trying to find a way around Jason Brown. Slide jobs him. Can't quite get it going back the other way. Jason Brown tries to get back by. Meanwhile, Tyson Landis is sitting there. Gonna make it a 3-way fight here in turn 1 and 2. Tyson looks to have gotten around Jason Brown there, but Jason does charge back on the outside. Jeffrey Stanton slots into 3rd spot there. Meanwhile, up front, David Flick has gotten around Bo Brunig. He's We're on lap 18 of 30, just over halfway. Looks like Dave's getting a great run coming off the bottom of turn 4. Or turn 2, sorry. Then out of turn 4, he looked a little high there. Trying to stay out of the slick of turn 4. That is very treacherous here at Williams Grove. Bo is fighting back hard. He is going to keep Dave honest until this thing is over. We got 10 laps to go. Bo Bruning with a gentle entry into the corner might have a good run on him down the straightaway here. Bo Bruning to the outside. Can he make it stick? Side by side. Bruning to the front. And now he puts a little bit of a gap. Dave Flick with the wheel stand through the middle of the corner, settles it down, gets it back under control. Tyson Landis sitting in 4th, Jason Brown in 5th. Back to the front we go, as Jeffrey Stanton looks like he might be closing in on these guys. Could very well run out of laps before he gets there, though. But Jeffrey Stanton is closing in a hurry. Bo has about a 1 second lead over Dave. Cars out of the race right now are Dan Holmes in 6th, William Guest in 7th, and Jim Big in 8th. Four laps to go. Jeffrey Stanton going to be able to catch back up to these two front runners. Can he even get second place and then make a move on Flick once he gets there? Three laps to go. 2.4 seconds interval between second and third place that time by. Meanwhile, Bo Bruning quietly pulling away from Dave Flick here. Lap 28 to 30. The laps are winding down. Nice and steady corner entry. Nothing too crazy out of Bo Bruning. Very solid drive here by him. Meanwhile, Jeffrey Stanton is all over the back end. Dave Flick. We have just 2 laps to go. Bo Bruning coming around. Jeffrey Stanton into the wall. Straightens it out. Just as I was getting ready to say the white flag is out. Bo Bruning. Jeffrey tagged the wall there, but was able to keep going. Jason Brown pulling into the pits there, unable to complete the final lap. Your winner is Bo Bruning. Followed by Dave Flick, Jeffrey Stanton with a hard charge there at the end, only to be tripped up by the wall. Tyson Landis will be bringing it home fourth. So we're going to pull in our top 3. Well, maybe not our top 3, but we'll get some guys to talk to. And we'll start with our winner of Bo Bruning. Bo Bruning, congratulations on your win.
Whew. Oh, thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. That one didn't come easy.
Man, you definitely had to battle with David Flick there. You had to fight back, get the lead back. When he got around you, were you thinking all hope was lost, or were you just plotting and planning and maybe letting your tires cool off for a final charge?
Well, it definitely wasn't the tires. I just lost, started driving when I didn't hear anybody behind me, and I got a little complacent and a little lazy for 3-4 laps, and started making a bunch of mistakes. I got into the wall in turn 4 there 2 or 3 times, and didn't get to the grip and missed my marks in 1 and 2 and got all squirrely, and let Dave catch back up and then pass me, and then I just said I got to settle down. I got to settle down and hit my marks, and once I settled down and hit my marks and I see kind of where he was running, I was able to reel him back down, and then he was coming off the bottom or coming off the top a little bit at corner exit, so I knew if I got a good run on him in 3 and 4, I could get him on 1 and 2 where it was starting to slick off toward the bottom where he was running. So I figured if I hit it good, I could get around him. But he ran a great race, and it didn't come easy, that's for sure.
Now, in the opening lap, we saw Jeffrey get in a little hot and get into the back of you. Did you notice that a whole lot, or did you have a little fear when catch him coming? Because it looked like he just misjudged his grip levels into turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think I didn't really notice it a whole lot. I mean, I felt a little shot, but it didn't upset me too bad. I mean, these cars they're tough when you don't get them in the grip, and then when you put a bunch of fuel in them, you really got to back your corner entry up a lot like you do on the pavement. But the biggest difference here is, and I'm sure he being a pavement guy, kind of coming over to the dirt, is you can't get on the brakes and be all out of the throttle. You got to keep some throttle in the car at all times to keep the wheels spinning. Otherwise, the car will just push the front end toward the wall. And I think that's what happened. I think he maybe got in just a little hotter than what he wanted to, but then he got all the way out of the gas, and the car just never turned. So again, more laps and they'll get it. These guys are going to get it figured out. These guys are too good to not to get it figured out, that's for sure.
Well, Bo, once again, congratulations on your race win here in the Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series here at Williams Grove on the dirt. And, man, we've seen you come be just a fast runner here at the dirt. So are you putting in the extra effort into the asphalt to be a front runner there on a consistent basis as well?
Well, I sure hope so. I mean, I got some other commitments next week. Unfortunately, I'm going to miss Iowa, but then we should be here the rest of the season. So I'm trying to take advantage of the dirt races. But, we had a really great run last week out at Irwindale on the pavement. The strategy of really paid off. I mean, I'm okay enough to kind of stay competitive. I don't think I'm good enough to win, but maybe I'm just good enough that if I use a good strategy that, who knows, maybe we can upset those pavement guys a little bit. But Jason Brown and Dan Smith, they've been helping me out a little bit on the pavement, giving me some pointers and stuff to try to get around the track a little bit better and a little faster. So, I'd like to win a pavement race, but this year, but to be honest, I just don't want to lose the championship because of a pavement race. I just want to be consistent on those tracks, and if I can run right around 4th, 5th, or 6th in those races, that'll really help for the points lead and help me maintain. I know I can run on the dirt and win on the dirt. So if I just don't screw up on the pavement, we'll be all right.
All right. Well, do you have any sponsors you want to throw out there before we let you go?
No, I just want to thank you guys for putting this on. Spike Chassis and I think Hoosier sponsors and everybody watching. I hope it was a good race. But, obviously all you guys that put the work in behind the scenes, you guys are the number one guys. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Bo. And once again, congratulations on your race win.
Thank you, guys.
All right, moving on to our second place finisher. Dave Flick Dave, congratulations on your second place. Not a bad debut in the Spike Chassis Sprint Car Series.
No, it was a lot of fun. That Bo, he's just tough. He gets his head down, and he's pretty much gone once he gets his mindset, I think.
He definitely had to battle back once you got around him. It seemed like you showed him something, and it cost you a position getting around him.
Yeah, I kind of tended to stay down on the bottom coming out of 4 and then cutting the corner there between 1 and 2. And it was working for a while, but I should have went up higher up coming out of 4, and I think I'd have been all right.
Well, like I said, a very impressive debut here in the series. Second place is nothing to be ashamed of, so congratulations on that. Is there any sponsors you'd like to mention?
No, just you guys and Jason Brown for putting this thing together. It's looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. My primary concern is dirt. I'm terrible at pavement, but I'll give it the best shot I can, I think.
All right, well, we look forward to seeing you in many more races to come, both pavement and dirt. So congratulations on second place once again.
Thank you.
And that'll bring us to our third place finisher, the final spot on the podium, Mr. Jeffrey the Jet Stanton. How are you, sir?
Just kind of embarrassed after that start. I don't know why I keep making those mistakes. I can't figure that out at all right now. I didn't even think I was going to be able to run tonight. I've been feeling under the weather the last week or so, and just glad I was able to run.
Well, for being sick, you sure did charge into turn 1 like you owned the joint, and I thought maybe you're going to pull it off up until you couldn't. But it was impressive, the comeback through the field that you managed. Tell us about picking your way through the field there.
Yeah, that was fun. I was just trying to pick off cars and make sure I didn't make any contact and just make clean laps. That was my whole goal tonight in the first place. I'm just trying to make more laps on the dirt and just try to get used to it.
Well,
as best as I can.
You managed to make it up to third. You finished third, and you might have had second, but there in 3 and 4 coming to the white flag, I believe, or the checkered flag, you got into the wall a little bit, spun your car around. Did you have to take any pits to repair any damage from your lap 1 and then maybe more damage in the last little wall incident?
No, I didn't pit for the lap 1 incident. I'm sure I had a little damage, but I think I just was trying too hard, trying to catch Dave and try to see if I can work something out on the inside, because I think I could have gotten him off of 2, because that's where I felt like I was getting the best run off compared to 4. 4 was a lot more slick on the bottom compared to 2. For me anyways, it looked like to me anyways.
Yeah, both corners, corner entry and exits were really, really slick. A lot of wheel stands from you in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, I haven't worked out the kinks in the setup yet. I just keep, especially at Williams Grove, I just keep having wheelies for just at the weirdest places, and I'm still trying to figure this all out. I'm more of a pavement guy, just trying to get used to dirt. I love running the non-wing cars though on dirt. It's the best racing in the world, next to the tour type modifieds, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really enjoy the non-wing cars here in the iRacing service. I think they're one of the best cars in the game.
No doubt.
Well, Mr. Stanton, before we let you go, you have any want to say hi to Mom, Dad, Aunt, Uncle?
I want to thank Napa Auto Parts of Rockwell, North Carolina, Wham, Burning Rubber Radio, Condon Motorsports, Cool Shirt, Racing Electronics, Farlow Motorsports, BED, and everyone else that supports me, and JSRL Series, Spike Chassis, Hoosier Racing Tire, everyone that supports this, you guys for broadcasting. And Jason for putting this on.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Stanton. We hope to see you again up here on the podium. Maybe next time it'll be a victory as we head to the pavement.
Yeah, I hope so. I don't know, though. Competition's real tough on the pavement.
All right, Jeffrey. Once again, congratulations on third, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, folks. So there you have it. That was your top 3 for the night. Bo Brunig, Dave Flick, and Jeffrey the Jet Stanton. Man, I'll tell you what, I was really impressed with the debut of Dave Flick. What a wheelman he was to put a fight to Bo Brunig. Bo actually had to fight his way back around Dave. So we saw it. It was a great racing that we had tonight. And once again, we will be at Iowa next week. And it's going to be a good time. It'll be pavement. Pavement sprint cars, also another one that's a little tricky to drive. Definitely got to have some throttle control, some gentle steering inputs. And some of the best feather-footed drivers out there are able to fling that car around the track. So until next week, you guys have a good night, and thank you very much for watching.